I got so many requests to share a tutorial about how I built this tree, so I thought that I would just share the speed build with you and walk you through it. This build is actually a part of a bigger build that I'm currently working on, and I will be sharing a tour of that in a couple of days, and also a speed build, of course. I hope you guys enjoy that and come back for the full tour of my build because it's very special to me. It has a story to it and it's built from my favorite memories of playing WoW. But yeah, let's talk about the speed build now. For this build, you need a couple of items specifically. So to make this, you need the Arcan'dor Cutting Fountain for the Willow effect, and then you need the Hollow Night Fae Shrine to make the actual little nook in the tree. Those can be obtained from crafting or just go to the auction house and buy them. Small little note though, when you use this fountain item, you can't go into the nook if you kind of place it, like clip it in. So you have to put a chair inside and sink it down to the ground so you can click it and your character can sit there. But your camera will look a little bit weird then, so it's mostly just for decoration purposes. While I was editing this video, I thought that I would also just show you what I meant by having to sort of place a chair inside and click it. So here's my character, and as you can see, I can't get closer than this. I cannot go inside of the little nook. So what I have done is I've placed a chair underneath this rug, and I'm able to click this chair and clip myself in here. So it looks like I'm sitting in here, but you can also see that the camera looks a little bit weird now. It's not, you know, I can't get out. I can't make the camera go further away. So I'm kind of stuck like this, but if you do have a friend who can take a picture of you, then, you know, it might look really cute. But yeah, it's mostly decorational. It's not that functional, but I think it looks really pretty and it's very important for this build specifically for me. Also, if you just use one of these Night Fae shrines, then the back of the build is going to be visible, the fountain part of it. So you might want to buy another one of these Night Fae shrines and just cover it up. I personally did not do that because the backside is going to be completely covered with plants and foliage because of the story that I'm trying to tell. We'll also need the Arcan'dor lamppost, and this is just to bring some visual interest to the build. For me, it's for story purposes, as I'm trying to tell a story of the first time that me and my sister were playing this game. We were blood elves and then we got lost in the ghostlands eventually. My sister was very sick at the time and she had a high fever, so she was hallucinating when she was sleeping in my room, and she kept seeing the ghostlands lampposts everywhere. So this build is kind of just to have this memory of us playing for the first time together, making it to ghostlands, being so scared of everything. So this tree is supposed to kind of mean that my room was a safe place for her, and it was like the shining beacon in a way in a scary place. And yes, this build is not very blood elf vibes, I know that, but since we're talking about ghostlands, the foliage and the actual environment around this tree will be the thing telling the story, and this tree just is for the comfort aspect. In terms of the decor, I just used sort of everything that worked well with this sort of magical theme. I wanted it to have this very cozy little nook inside of the tree with a little curtain and some comfy lighting, and then around the tree you will see as I add some foliage, it's a completely different story. But if you're building this for yourself, you might want to hide the clipping of the fountain with a lot of big rocks or plants because it will be showing through a little bit. I just used some rocks just so it looks like it's on high ground, so that it's like, you know, a climb to get up there, but once you're there, it's very safe and comfy up there. And I also added sprouting lampposts in the tree, so it looks like branches with little lights on them and they change color, and I love those so much. And I added some filigree moon lamps as well, so it looks like there's little lights up in the leaves, and yeah. And I also added some bracers of Luna up there, so it just looks more magical. And then I just hid them with a bunch of bushes. But yeah, I added a bunch of these plant clusters around the tree. I tried to hide the border of the sky as best as I could. In the end, I ended up placing a lot of random bushes everywhere and just trying to hide it and make sort of a tree line so that it doesn't look like the sky stars from right behind the tree. And you know, my motto is if it looks ugly, add plants. It's a really easy way to make something look better. But yeah, as you can see, I used a lot of these dead looking plants, more like spiky, lots of like dead branches and sticks everywhere. I just wanted it to look very Ghostlands-like. And maybe it's not that correct to have a bunch of glowy flowers and mushrooms all around, but you know, to us it was a very magical place back in the days, so I just thought that I would add them anyway. Then as you can see, I added a bunch more alive looking plants and very colorful plants up at the hill, so it looks more alive and inviting and safe. I feel like you can really tell a story just with the environment, just having some plants and correct lighting. So having the armillary thing has been really fun because I've been using the unnaturally dark setting on it, and it's made this place look so much spookier and it really gets the message across. I wanted to use the midnight setting first, but it didn't really work out. Everything had like a purple shine to it and it just kind of didn't have these dark shadows anymore. It was just purple everywhere. So I really preferred the unnatural dark setting. I also have a really funny story regarding this. Yesterday I had a heart attack for a moment because I was building and suddenly I swear the lighting changed. I was recording and I looked back, it did not change, but I thought that it changed, and then I saw someone in my house, like the nameplate, they were like running out of my house, and I thought that they had changed the setting in the armillary thing. But apparently that's not possible, so my eyes were playing tricks on me. I thought my build was haunted or something for a moment, and then I just ran to the Homes of Azeroth Discord and I said that to everyone. I was like, oh my god, like someone just changed the lighting in my house. I thought that I was going crazy or my build is haunted, and then someone was like, yeah, no, that's not possible. So I was like, oh, okay, well maybe I should see an optician or something. But I was like fully convinced that the lighting changed. I looked back at the footage, nothing changed. I guess I had been building for too long or something. But also we finally got charter neighborhoods in the Homes of Azeroth Discord thingy in EU as well. So we have a Horde charter neighborhood now and all sorts of fun creators are there, and I'm so inspired. Everyone has such pretty builds and I'm so excited to go and visit people, and I had a bunch of people visiting me yesterday while I was building. It was so funny. Whenever I'm building and someone just appears behind me, it gives me biggest heart attack. Like I'm so in the zone and I turn around and there's a person looking at me and I'm like literally jumping in my chair. Anyway, back to the build. Right now I'm building a pond. I really wanted to have at least some water feature in this build, and I think it brings so much life. It's so animated. I just wanted it to look sort of like there's ripples, not like bubbling or there's a fountain. I wanted that to be the reflections of the moon. So I just sank the fountains really far down, and it's just the top of the bubbles that are showing up, and it sort of looks like ripples, or at least I hope it does. Then I just added some more plants and some rocks around the pond just so that it's sort of framed, and then I added pathways as well. I unfortunately forgot to hit record, so I don't have any of the video footage from placing the paths or a lot of the foliage, like making the treetops and stuff, but you can see it in the start of the video or the end of the video where I placed them. And of course this will be included in the full tour once this build is finished. I'm starting to get really close to finishing it. I need to still work on the exterior and add some details indoors, but I'm so excited for you guys to see it because it's fully Blood Elf themed. This room is just like Ghostlands and kind of magical themed, but the other parts are themed after our Blood Elves when we started playing the game. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I can't wait to show it to my sister, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial slash speed build. I know it was very yappy again. I'm incapable of making it just a tutorial, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and this was helpful. Let me know if you build this yourself. Feel free to send me some pictures because I would love that. If you like housing content and you want to see more stuff like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel and like this video. It would mean the world to me, and I hope you guys have a lovely week. See you in the next one. Happy building!